So this is the second watch review of the watches from Oris that I've been lent. Now, I don't know why I keep trying to make it a mystery about what's in here, because you know exactly what's in these little pouches because of what the title is up there. Full disclosure around these watches, I am not being paid for this review. This is no advertising for Oris. I approached Oris and asked for these watches. But anyway, let's have a look. So this is a cool watch. This is Oris Big Crown Pointer Date. When this first came out, I kind of overlooked it because it's not my style of watch. But then when I saw it at the Red Bar event about a month ago, it's the colour of that dial. The dial is awesome. So here it is, guys. This is the Oris Big Crown Pointer Date. This is such a cool watch. It's a very, very capable watch as well. But for me, it is all about that little red hand. It adds so much class to the watch. It's kind of got this field watch feel about it, but that little pointer just, I don't know. It's like the red GMT hand on the Explorer 2. It just adds so much coolness to the watch. And this backdrop of this beautifully kind of baby blue grey dial, it's such a great team. So a couple of stats about this thing. We've got a 40mm case again, 20mm lug width, water resistance to 50mm. No, water resistant to 50 meters. And we have, again, the double domed sapphire glass, which I absolutely love. That's a cracking piece of kit to have on there. So this is powered by the automatic Sellita SW200-1, the save movement that is in the Divers 65. Now again, same as what I said previously, this movement is based on the ETA 2824. A lot of people keep commenting that Oris should supply their watches with ETA movements. That's not going to happen because ETA have been limiting their supply since 2010. And Oris they're too big to be provided with the amount of movements that they require from ETA. ETA are owned by Swatch and they have limited their production only for Swatch watches. There are some new brands coming out for ETA movements, but they'll be on small production runs, so that's something that is doable. Anyway, this movement is very reliable. It's got the 38 power reserve. It's got 26 joules and it's going to be easily serviceable if you don't want to go back to Oris for it to be serviced. Your local watchmaker should be able to service this thing for you. So one thing that I want to show you on here that I absolutely love, screw down crown by the way, is how this date hand moves. It just clicks along. I don't know why I like it so much, but when you move it, you can just feel the cogs inside ticking around. And that's why I like automatic. That's why I like mechanical watches, sorry. It's the bits inside that move that I absolutely love. That's really satisfying. So this has something different to the Divers 65. It has quick release straps. You've got this little pin here, pull it down, and the straps come off. Put it in, one part in, pin down, and it's back in again. That is brilliant. I don't know why all watch brands don't do this. You can't feel it. It's not like it's poking into your skin. There's no reason why they shouldn't do this. Well, obviously, it costs more to do it, but that is such a cool feature. Now, the strap on here, I feel is... No, I like it. I would change it because the strap isn't my style, and I'd probably go for something similar to this style strap. This is bang on for my style, but I think it suits the watch really well. It's a washed out coloured strap with a washed out coloured dial, and that works really well. This is a lot more contrasty within its kind of colour scheme. So it's got a nice machined bezel around the outside, obviously open case back, and that is about it for this little chap. If I was to be hypercritical about this thing, there's two things that I would change. I don't know what I'd change them to. Well, firstly, I'd change the strap. The strap isn't quite my style. I'd perhaps go for maybe something more similar to the Divers 65 strap. I really like that. But the other thing that I'd change, I don't know what I'd change it to, and maybe it would grow on me, is the design of the hands. There's something about that hour hand and the line in this minute hand that I feel like there's too many segments within that. But I'm being very, very picky here, and that's probably something that would grow on me. So this is a 40mm wide case. It wears so well for being such a... It's quite a large watch for that. There's a lot of glass involved here. And if I were to compare it to the 39mm Rolex Explorer, the 214270, that wears too big on me. And that's 39mm. This is 40mm, and it wears perfectly. It's so comfortable and it sits so damn well. Overall, again, similar to the Divers 65, this is one hell of a watch. So for £1,150, you're getting a watch from a brand that has bucket loads of heritage, a genuinely good looking piece, and a genuinely good piece. You're going to have to spend a lot more money to beat this level of watchmaking. So guys, that is my video on the Oris Big Crown Pointed Date. A really, really cool name for a cool watch. Let me know what you think about this thing, because I was apprehensive about it when it first came out. It's not quite my style, but it's such a cool watch. I'm not sure if it fits with, I don't know if I have a style, but kind of who I am. But either way, it is a damn good looking watch. Yeah, they've done really well with this thing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with my points of this watch? Do you agree that this is a good price point? You're getting a lot of watch for your money? Anyway, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I talk about watches and drink coffee. If you like that stuff, hit subscribe down there. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the video, and check me out on Instagram @BarkandJack. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.